tena mtazamaji kwenye Kivumbi 2017. Tunaendelea kufahamisha na yanayochipuka hivi sasa kuhusiana na taarifa mbalimbali. Tuelekee katika chuo kikuu cha CUEA cha Katoliki CUEA, ambako kulikuwa na kongamano ambalo lilianza tarehe 22. Kongamano ambalo limewaleta pamoja walimu wakuu katika shule za Katoliki hapa nchini, na ni kongamano la 4 kufanyika. Hebu moja kwa moja tuende huko, manake Rais Uhuru Kenyatta hivi sasa anaendelea na hotuba yake.
Education is one of the sectors earmarked for continued focus in this global developmental agenda framework. Indeed, in the past, the focus on education has been mainly on access through targeted policies. We as a country have increased enrollment from 2013 to 2016 from 2.9 to 3.2 million in early childhood development, from 9.9 to 10.1 million in primary schools, and 2.1 to 2.6 million in our secondary schools. The number of special needs learners has also increased from 107,000 to 132,000. The abolition of examination fees substantially contributed to the increase of KCPE candidates from 840,000 to 1 million, and KCSE candidates from 447,000 to 600,000 between 2013 and 2017. My government will remain steadfast and resolute in the decisions we have made to provide every Kenyan child and youth with the opportunity to access education. Indeed, preparations to ensure free secondary education beginning January 2018 are already in progress. This is in line with our earlier commitment of ensuring 100% transition from primary to secondary schools. To this end, we have already disbursed 6 billion to 2,576 selected secondary schools ranging from national to sub-county, and this money is intended to finance the construction of key facilities such as classrooms, science laboratories, and sanitation facilities. This way, we expect to create sufficient capacity in secondary schools to absorb all the 2017 KCPE candidates, totaling 1,022,000 students into secondary schools. To that end, I am directing the Ministry of Education, and indeed the principals and the various boards, to ensure that these funds are used prudently and effectively. I must underscore that we as a government will not tolerate misuse of public funds by public officials, especially that earmarked for ensuring that our children attain quality and free education. In this respect, I also direct my Cabinet Secretary, Bwana Fred, here to work with the relevant law enforcement and statutory bodies to ensure that there is no abuse or misuse of funds, and stern action taken with speed against any officer found misappropriating these resources. As a nation, the time has come for us to focus on our education priorities, to provide quality and relevant education as outlined in our Sustainable Goals number 4. Despite the great gains that we have made In access to education, our country is still faced with challenges of quality and also relevant education. Of immediate concern are the low learning outcomes, weak governance and accountability at all levels, inefficiency in allocation and utilization of education resources. The time has come for us to ask ourselves whether our children are actually learning. Various reports indicate that learning outcomes for Africa are low. For instance, UNESCO's Global Education and Monitoring Report of 2016 highlighted a critical challenge in most African countries, the difficulty of ensuring that schooling leads to learning. We have to make a difference. In this respect, I also direct the Ministry of Education to ensure that quality assurance mechanisms are in place so that we can be assured that our children are learning and that teachers are in class. Tafadhalini principles. Kila mtu amechukua laini ile amechukua. Mwalimu hawezi kuwa anachukua half the time Quran matatu yake, half the time Quran kioski yake, and 10% of the time kusomesha mtoto kwa shule. Let us be committed to the professions that we have committed ourselves to. That we must ensure together. We have to make a difference. The signing of the teachers' collective bargaining agreement should now translate to improved delivery of learning materials and towards improved delivery by our teachers. Enhancement of learning outcomes also calls for strengthening of governance and accountability mechanisms in the education sector. To this end, I am satisfied with the steps taken by the Ministry to finalize the development of the Comprehensive Education Data Management Information System, the Kenya National Education Management Information System. This system will be a single source of truth for information on all Kenyan learners and schools. The system is designed to provide quality data that is reliable, relevant, and easily accessible. It is envisioned that the system will facilitate effective monitoring and evaluation, quality assurance, budgeting, and allocation of resources, as well as policy and planning. We expect to realize substantial savings in capitation grants once the system is fully operational. I am therefore very anxious to launch this system, and I trust that the Ministry will keep to its commitment to have it launched by next month. I would like at this juncture to also thank our development partners, namely the World Bank, the Global Partnership for Education, for the technical assistance and for making resources available for the development of this system. I am glad to note that indeed this year, all KCPE and KCSE candidates will utilize their unique personal identification to sit for national exams, one of the hallmarks of our new system. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, the Ministry of Education is in the process of also reforming our national curriculum with a shift from subject-based curriculum to a competence-based curriculum. The new curriculum will prepare our learners to meet the needs of the 21st century, promote a focus on learning and competencies, develop quality and relevant skills for the market, and support the achievements of the Sustainable Development Goals. We also, through the introduce a value-based system, and again, this is where My Lord Bishop, now, we are counting on your support to develop with us a value-based system that ensures that we instill in our students going forward respect, that recognize citizenship, that recognize the love of God, and our desire to be one nation. That will be critical in our new curriculum. Ladies and gentlemen, the pilot phase of this new curriculum commenced during the just completed second phase. The pilot phase will ensure that we get the necessary feedback from the most critical constituencies, teachers and learners, on the competence-based curriculum. The successful completion of the pilot phase will now advise the necessary adjustments to the proposed curriculum based on the feedback from 470 sample schools, and I call upon all stakeholders to be prepared for the rollout of the new curriculum in January of Take this opportunity, finally, to wish you all fruitful deliberations, and in addition, to take this opportunity to wish all students a successful third term and safe travel also to the learning institutions. And I also urge all education providers to continue to ensure that the learning environment is both secure and conducive for learning. Ladies and gentlemen, you will allow me to take this opportunity also to raise another issue which may not be relevant to you, but it is relevant, I believe, to 40 million Kenyans. And it is also relevant to the theme that Bishop talked about here of integrity. For a long time in saying that we need to create order. We need to recognize that those like yourselves and myself and others who are called to serve, but rather we are servants of the people. We have to serve our people. And in that respect, all of us, from myself as president, to the teacher, to the police, we have to have a system that recognizes